What's up, everybody? I'm King.
And I'm Angela.
We're here with Deal Breakers for when you first start dating.
We're trying to shave down your dating time from it trickling into a couple months till you find out XYZ. How can you find this out in the first couple conversations? Because dating should be quick. It should be like you find out what you need to find out and you either just quickly move on or you really start to invest in the person.
You should not be in the mix with anyone that you're uncertain of beyond a, 7-day time frame?
Yeah,
14 days?
Yeah. I mean, I think it could be short.
Yeah.
Trying to save you time, wasted time with people that don't work out over and over again. So we feel like if there's a couple things that you can get out of the way right up front, it'll save you time, heartbreak, investment, and open you up for the person who's actually right for you.
For sure. One of those things is when you go out to dinner, you sit down with this person for the first time, you be like, no, this isn't gonna work. And then you just go home from there.
Okay. Like leave the dinner?
Yeah. Why are you gonna sit there and try and be nice?
Well, you paid for the food.
No, I didn't pay yet.
Babe, would you actually do that?
I would.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
You would? Oh, I wouldn't do it either. I would just be nice and get through the meal, but then be like, check.
I would send them a text after just telling them you suck.
You wouldn't do that either.
I would do that for real.
Babe, you're too diplomatic for that. Follow us for more tips. So what are some things you can know really, really soon up front that will save you a lot of heartbreak and time?
Teeth.
Babe, teeth?
Yeah. You can name all of the other high-level stuff, but I am high on physical features, and teeth is one of them for me.
Oh my God.
I went on a date before, and this lady, she looked great in all of her photos, and I noticed that she smiled, but she didn't show her teeth. And I don't know what I said on the date, but it was hella funny. She laughed, and I was like I literally was like startled. And I blamed it on me losing my balance or something.
Babe,
but I knew then. I knew then.
Teeth is not one of them.
For you.
Okay, scratch that one. That was just a practice one. I'll say one.
All right.
Okay. Kids. You should know right up front, like within the first couple of conversations, if you met them on a dating app, you should already have not set your preferences for other than what you prefer. So kids is huge. If you met them in person or through a friend, you want to find out right away, do they want to have more kids? And how does that align with your goals?
Kids, so on that kids thing,
Tell about your friend.
listen, ladies, I got a couple things to say on this one. Well, this first one is for the ladies. When you ask a guy, does he want kids, and he pauses, he don't want kids.
He's gonna try to give you an answer that maybe he thinks you want.
He's definitely gonna give you an answer that he thinks you want, especially if you fine. You know why? Because he wants to practice having kids. But he don't want to have kids. He wants to practice, and he wants to practice on you. That's what he wants to do. And then you're gonna get into it, and then it's gonna either be good, extra good to him, or mid-range. So when you hear a man pause, or when a man says, "I don't know if I want any more kids," he know he don't want kids.
He doesn't. And if you really do, that is just, you're not gonna change somebody. That's like a number one mistake, is you think, oh, maybe they'll come around. Maybe they'll change their mind. But in something as pervasive and all-encompassing as children or not, like that person you need to know 100% what you want and need to know if that person aligns with it up front. Or if you don't have any kids and they have 3 or 4 of them, you have to know if that is gonna be a lifestyle that you're gonna be really happy with. I had a friend who was dating, and unfortunately, really great chemistry and connection with this guy, probably the best guy she's dated, but he has 2 toddlers and her kids are in her teens, and it eventually ended, and it was really sad because she just did not want the lifestyle of dealing with toddlers like all over again when she just was about to experience freedom. So kids is huge, and if you can, even if you have amazing chemistry and you really like this person up front, if you already know like that does not align, you're just wasting time by building things and developing things with this person that's not gonna last.
And for the men, do not deny this woman that you're dating. If this woman wants kids and you know you don't want kids, don't pretend, because she has every desire and every right to give that natural ability, it's a gift for a woman to be able to bring a life into this world and for you to delay her in her process. It's not something that you should be doing. I have a really close friend of mine who, he was one of the people that wanted to practice.
Right. The one that likes big asses?
Yep.
We call him Ass Man.
So he is with this girl. She's fine. He's in love.
They spent some time, like what, a year at least?
Yeah. And so he calls me. He's like, bruh, I don't know what to do. She wants a baby. I don't want no more kids. I already told her this, but I love her. I think I'm just gonna give her the baby. Should I just give her a baby? I said, what do you sound like? Like, I had to slap some sense into my man, because you are 40. Your kids are teenagers. You are 6 years from freedom. Now you're gonna have this kid. You've got 18
He's gonna be
to 40.
68
You're gonna
at graduation.
be 58
68
to
at
60
the graduation.
at graduation. Now you gotta reset everything, and plus the cost to raise a child now is about $350K per kid, US dollars. Yeah, that's the.
But the bottom line is he knew he didn't want any.
Yeah.
And he was like, it just, for that lack of alignment, she was adamant that she wanted a baby. Her career had come first. She was in her early 40s, really wanted a baby. If you know that stuff up front, and you can find that out really easily in the first couple conversations even, like, just don't save your heart.
Yeah.
You have so much love to give. You're gonna find somebody else with amazing chemistry, with the same, you can love other people who don't have to end in heartbreak. And like a year or 6 months of invested time, money, effort, love, bonding, and then rip that apart because of something simple like not clarifying the goal with kids or not in the beginning. Bring them around.
Yeah, there are instances out there where people
right.
will quote unquote trap you into a relationship. They will take the condom off. They won't take the birth control. And then, like, because now you have the kid, is the kid supposed to secure love?
Right.
What's that about? Another video, but yeah.
Okay. So number one thing you've got to ask, this is a deal breaker really early on, is the kid situation. Know yourself, know your goals, values, and what's going to work or not.
Yeah.
Number two is lifestyle compatibility. Like, you should know really, there's a couple big things in lifestyle. For example, if you're not that big of a drinker and this person like loves to get drunk every weekend, that's a huge thing. It doesn't matter how amazing they are, how great your chemistry is. Like, the rest of your life, you're not going to change them. Don't expect to. You're not going to change. Like, do you want to spend the weekends with either sitting at home while they go get toasted or going out and like doing that same thing? If that's not a lifestyle fit, it's just not a fit.
Or you like to travel.
Right, and the other person's afraid to fly. Yeah. That's not gonna fit.
You have, a passport. The other person doesn't even have a passport.
And doesn't want one.
Yeah, you trying to nudge them along,
it's not gonna work. Unless you build really independent lives, and maybe that works for some people. Like, you just go out and fly around the world and they stay home, but then do you really have a relationship?
Then you end up with another family or two on the other side of the world.
The person you met in Peru.
Another thing that would give you great insight is future goals. If you're meeting this person and you're talking about future goals, and you are hearing that they are nowhere on the same page, like you're into real estate and you want to grow your real estate portfolio and things of that nature, and the other person is just like, well, I just work and I just want to work my job and come home. I don't know if you're gonna
I just want to go to the beach every weekend, but you're in real estate, you're showing houses all weekend. That's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
And again, you don't go into it expecting the person to change. That's not fair, and you're just setting yourself both up to be disappointed. So yeah, it's being particular, it's being picky, and you need to be like, look at the state of our relationships right now. I think everyone thinks that love or attraction or chemistry is a strong enough thing to build a relationship on, and it's really not.
Another one is financial goals, right? And that could be a touchy subject because a lot of people
you're just getting to know each other.
Yeah, you don't get into the finances until later, and if you're not careful, this can come off.
You're not like assessing their portfolio
this can come off. Yeah, this can come off as if you're being intrusive and you're trying to be a gold digger, or you're in it for something other than the person in the relationship. But you can ask the question, what are your financial goals? Nothing wrong with that question. Or how do you feel about money and debt and investments? Like, what's your?
We made a sheet of some really quality questions to ask early on. So email the link below. We have our email address. We'll email that to you. But one of the questions is, what would you do with $1 million?
Yeah.
That can be a fun question for you both to play with and answer. But it kind of gives insight into the person's value system. Yeah, like if they just would go out and blow it and be like, oh my God, I would go to this amazing spa over here, and then I would probably go shopping in Italy because I've always wanted to.
And I'll take all my friends with me.
Yeah, that's versus someone who's like, well, I'd probably take it and I put half of it in a savings account and I buy just having the conversations would be really insightful to know if this person kind of aligns with how your value systems are. Remember, you're not going to teach them, you're not going to change them. They're coming to you as they are and need to be accepted that way, and you need to know if that fits with you or not. So we talked about kids, no kids,
lifestyle compatibility,
future goals, financial. Anything else you think?
Physical features, particularly beards.
Babe!
No, listen, I went on a date with this lady.
My God.
She was a flight attendant, and she had a beard. She was in competition.
With you.
Not
and you
with
felt
me,
threatened.
but I'm telling you, she had like little stubbles, and she tried to cover it up with makeup.
Oh my God.
And I just couldn't take my eyes off of it. I was like, I just
can't take my eyes off of you.
it was definitely a showstopper. Like I knew then, like it wasn't.
So yeah, beards.
Beards and teeth. And the other stuff that we mentioned too.
Okay, let me add one.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that I wish I had paid attention to more back in my dating career.
She says
before I retired. Before I met this guy
She keeps talking about a dating career.
Pay attention to how you feel around the person. Your gut is your strongest guide, not your head being like, oh my God, they have this car, or they have this certain look to them, or they have this job, or all that stuff that your brain perceives. Like, pay attention to your gut. How do you actually feel around this person? Do you feel safe? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel like you can be yourself? Do you feel good when you leave? Not euphoria, giddy, like lusty attraction type of good, but do you feel good inside yourself when you leave this person? Or do you feel anxious, nervous, little off,
questionable,
uncentered? Like you've compromised yourself in any way. So I would say that one, if you a couple conversations, you should know that. That's probably not going to change. So we're trying to save you time, energy, years, and help you be open for the right person and stop entertaining the maybes.
That's right. Your
or
time
the might be.
Yeah. Possibly, probably.
Yeah. If you don't know, no, it's probably a no. Right?
Well, what I like to say is, if it's not a hell yeah, it's a no. Biggest hell yeah in my life right here.
Oh, geez, sweet. So until next time, keep healing, keep loving,
and hold hope.
We'll see you soon.
Yep.
July?
We are here to shorten your time with. No, we're not.
We're not.
You can go through. You be like, oh, this is the let me say that. Another great question that you can